Welcome to part 2 of my bookshelf tour. Today we'll be delving into my left bookshelf, which pretty much holds all my Christian books, but there are some exceptions. On my top shelf, I have my Mandy series, which is a middle grade mystery series. The whole series consists of 33 books, but I only own up to number 20. And out of the 20 books, I've only read to number 15, which is called Mandy and the Foreign Spies. Here I have my very small collection of movies. Starting on the top, we have The Hunger Games, based off of the book by Suzanne Collins. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is based off of the book by Stephen Chbosky. Les Miserables is a musical based off the classic book by Victor Hugo. Here we have Despicable Me, which is the first movie, and then Despicable Me 2. Here we have Waitress. A Disney Channel movie called Lemonade Mouth is based off of the book by Mark Peter Hughes. Next is Nancy Drew. Here I have the full Joan of Arc TV series. I have season 1 and season 2. Pride and Prejudice is based off of the novel by Jane Austen. Lastly, Jeremy Camp in 24. Now to round out the top shelf, I have 2 stuffed animals. On the second shelf I got my Elsie Dinsmore series. I have 1 through 14, and then it skips up to 20, and then ends with 22. For these books, I've only read 1 and 2. Here is a pile of my 5 journals. On my third shelf, I have basically all my Christian fiction. The Parting, a novel by Beverly Lewis. This book I haven't read yet. A trilogy called Anne's People. The first book is The Preacher's Daughter, the second book is The English, and the last book is The Brethren. I've read the first book, but not the last 2 yet. The Year of Living Biblically by A.J. Jacobs is a true story about a one-man quest to follow the Bible as literally as possible, and I've not read it yet. This Present Darkness, a novel by Frank E. Peretti, and this book I have read. 3 by Ted Dekker, and I have read it. These books are part of the Circle series, and the first book is called Black, the second book is Red, and the third book is White, and they're all by Ted Dekker, and I've read all 3 books. These 2 books are part of the Lost Books series, and these are sort of companion novels to the Circled series. And the first book is called Chosen, and the second book is called Infidel, and these are both by Ted Dekker, and I haven't read either yet. In the right corner, I have an Alice in Wonderland pouch that I got from outofprintclothing.com, and I'll leave a link below so you guys can check it out if you want to. In front of the pouch, I got a stack of 4 books with a cross on the top that I made. I made this a few years ago around Easter Sunday, and it represents Christ's death, with all our sins being nailed to the cross. Also on this stack of books, I have this very long nail that I got at a Good Friday service this year. The Cross and the Switchblade by David Wilkerson, and this book I have read. Star of Light by Patricia St. John, and this book I have read. Treasures of the Snow by Patricia St. John, and this book I have read. The last book in the pile is Green, and it is part of the Circle series, and this book is unique because it can be read at the beginning or the end of the series, and it will still make sense, and I haven't read it yet. Now on to my 4th shelf. I have a pile of Christian books. The first skinny books are my Christian magazines, which is called Relevant. Underneath that, I have 3 Bible study workbooks by Beth Moore. The first one is called Living Beyond Yourself, the second is called Beloved Disciple, and the third is The Patriarchs. And the last book on the shelf is Peanuts Treasury by Charles M. Schulz. And all of these books I have read. To the right, I have my daily study Bible books. And the first book on the bottom is Prayers to My King by Sherry Rose Shepherd. And the second book is The Joys of My Heart by Anne Graham Lotz. And the third book is 1 Year Bible. And on the top, I have my very small portable Bible that I bring with me on trips. Here I have my prairie book collection. The first two blue books on the right are from Martha Years, aka Laura's grandma. Then the green book is from Caroline Years, aka Laura's mom. Then the light blue through the skinny light green book is the popular Laura Ingalls Wilder books. And then to round them off, I have Rose Years, aka Laura's daughter, which is the last 7 books. And I have read the first Martha book and the first 2 Laura books. And this is Anna Green Gable box set, which houses all 5 books, and they are by L.M. Montgomery. And I've only read the first book, haven't read the other ones yet. Here I have a stack of more Peanuts comics. There are 9 to be exact, and I have read all of them. Now on to the bottom shelf, which houses my American Girl doll books on the right side. Here I have the white ones, which are historical fiction. The ones with the suns on them follow Addie through slavery. The ones with hearts on them follow Kirsten in 1854, coming to America and then living on the prairie. And I have read all of these books. Here we have more American Girl doll books, and these are history mysteries, and I have 12 through 15. And number 12 is called Riddle of the Prairie Bride. And number 13 is called Enemy in the Fort. And the 14th book is called Circle of Fire. And the 15th book is called Mystery on Skull Island. And I have read all 4 books. The last American Girl book I have is called Going for Great, and it is by Carolee Brockman, and I have read this book. Next, I have my binder for my Bible study stuff. Next to that, I have a book that is called A Heart Like His, Intimate Reflections on the Life of David, and it is by Beth Moore. Then after that, I have my very first Bible in a flower case. And next to that, I have the Message, which is a contemporary Bible. And after that, I have the Application Study Bible, which has little study notes at the bottom. And then I have the Daily Bible, which is a chronological order or 365 days reading of the Bible. And I've not read any of these books fully. You Got to Be Kidding by Dr. Joe Wenke, and this book I have read. The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson, and this book I haven't read. City on Our Knees by Toby Mac, and this book I have read. The Shack by William P. Young is a Christian book based off of a true story, and this book I have read. Beloved, Stories of Forgiveness by Rebecca St. James, and this book I haven't read yet. This is a Christian book called Being a Girl Who Serves, and this book I haven't read. Another Christian book called Daughters of Hope serves a witness and courage in the face of persecution, and this book I have read. Forever Young, Living and Dying for Christ, and this book I haven't read yet. The Journey of Desire, Searching for the Life You've Only Dreamed of by John Eldridge, and this book I haven't read yet. Truth, Seeing Black and White in a Gray World, and this book I have read. My Utmost for His Highest by Oswald Chambers, and this book I haven't finished yet. These last 2 books are very old books, the first one being an old hymnal, and the second little red book is a New Testament red letter edition, and these are books I haven't read. So that concludes part 2 of my bookshelf tour. Hope you liked it, and hopefully I'll see you very soon for part 3. Bye!